All right, listen up. We're going to talk about setting goals. Because if you're trying to get healthy without a plan, you might as well be trying to bail water out of a leaky boat with a teacup. It's a waste of time and you're going to get tired real fast. I'm talking about S.M.A.R.T goals. Not the fluffy stuff you see on some motivational poster from a high school guidance counselor's office. This is the real deal. The kind of goals that actually make you go from a couch potato to a slightly less squishy one. It's pretty much the only way to get anything done without giving up 2 weeks in. So, stick around or don't. I don't really care. But if you do, you might learn something useful. First up, S for specific. You know how it is. Say, I want to get healthy. Great. What does that even mean? Are you going to eat a single leaf of lettuce and call it a day? Are you just going to stare at a gym from the parking lot? Vague goals are useless. You need to get specific. What exactly do you want to accomplish? Instead of get healthy, try I will increase my daily step count to 7,000. Or I will eat vegetables with 2 meals a day. You have to define the mission, or you'll never complete it. It's not about being a drill sergeant. It's about not being a moron who doesn't know what they're doing. Specificity makes the difference between wishful thinking and actual progress. Next, we've got M for measurable. If you can't measure it, it didn't happen. It's like saying you ran a marathon, but you just went to the corner store and back. Did you prove it? You need numbers. Don't say, I'll take a walk every day. That's pointless. Say, I will walk for 20 minutes, or I will walk 1 mile. Metrics are your proof. This isn't just about tracking progress. It's about being able to see a quantifiable win, which is way more satisfying than just feeling good. Numbers keep you accountable, and they give you the receipts for your effort. Then there's a for attainable. Listen, I get it. You've got big dreams. You want to bench press a car. Cool story. But let's start with a dumbbell that doesn't make your arms look like wet noodles. An attainable goal is one that's actually within your reach, based on your current circumstances and abilities. Setting impossible goals is just a great way to guarantee you'll get frustrated and quit. You're setting yourself up for failure, and honestly, you're not that special that you can defy gravity. Pick something that's a challenge, not a fantasy. That way you stay motivated instead of crushed under the weight of your own unrealistic expectations. Fourth are for relevant. Why are you even doing this? Because your cousin is. That's not a why, that's a sad excuse. The goal has to matter to you, has to align with your personal values and long-term aspirations. A relevant goal is one you're actually motivated to work on when you're tired, bored, or just want to go back to being a squishy couch potato. It's the difference between doing something because you have to and doing it because you genuinely want to. Right. Relevance keeps the fire alive when discipline starts to slip. And finally, T for time-bound. A goal without a deadline is just a wish. And frankly, I'm not here to talk about your wishes. I'm here to talk about what's actually going to happen. A deadline creates urgency and accountability. Instead of saying, I want to get stronger, say, I want to be able to do 10 push-ups by the end of next month. The clock is ticking. Are you going to get it done, or just keep talking about it? Deadline gives you structure and forces you to stop procrastinating. Look, let's take this theoretical stuff and apply it to some real-world examples, because people tend to overcomplicate things. Let's say your vague goal is, I want to lose weight. That's a bad start. Let's make it SMART specific. I will lose 5 pounds of body fat, measurable. I will track my progress. With weekly wins and waist measurements, attainable. I will lose about 1 pound every 1 to 2 weeks by walking and meal prepping. Relevant. I'm doing this to feel more confident and have more energy for my family. Time-bound. I will achieve this goal in 8 weeks. C. Easy, it turns a fluffy idea into a practical plan. When you follow that kind of plan, results actually show up. Or maybe you want to get stronger. Again, not a goal. That's just a feeling. Smart goal would be specific. I will increase my bench press by 10 pounds. Measurable. I will test my 1 rep max every month. Attainable. I will train with weights 2 times per week. Relevant. I want to be strong enough to carry my groceries in 1 trip. Time-bound. I will achieve this within 3 months. It's all about breaking down the big picture into a stupidly simple, focused plan. And remember to focus on the process, not just the outcome. You can't control how fast you lose weight, but you can definitely control whether or not you take that 20-minute walk. Here's the truth. Most people fail at their goals because they confuse wanting something with working for it. They think motivation is going to magically carry them through the hard days. Spoiler alert, it won't. Discipline beats motivation every time. And the way you build discipline is by making your goals so clear, so specific, and so manageable that you don't have to rely on bursts of inspiration to get things done. Just show up, do the thing, and let the results stack up over time. Let's be real for a second. When people say they want to get in shape, they're usually not thinking about the long game. They're thinking about summer, about vacations, about looking good in a shirt that doesn't hide their midsection. That's fine, but short-term goals need to tie into a bigger purpose. Otherwise, you'll get the body you want for one season and slide right back to square one. That's why relevance matters so much. If your why is only skin deep, don't be surprised when your commitment fades faster than a cheap tan. Now, let's talk about mistakes because everyone makes them. One of the biggest is overloading yourself with too many goals at once. You decide to eat clean, run 5 miles a day, meditate for an hour, read a book a week, and learn a new language. All starting Monday. Guess what? By Wednesday, you'll be curled up on the couch binge-watching shows wondering why you thought you could transform into a superhuman overnight. Start with one goal. Master it, then add another. Layering habits works 1,000 times better than burning yourself out. Another mistake? Not tracking progress? If you don't measure, you don't know. And if you don't know, you'll convince yourself nothing's working even when it is. That's why measurable goals matter. Numbers don't lie. Your weight on the scale, the number of steps you take, the reps you complete, those are receipts of your effort. Without them, you're flying blind. And blind pilots don't land planes safely. And let's not forget deadlines. People love to keep things open-ended because it feels safer. No deadline means no pressure, and no pressure means no failure, right? Wrong. It just means endless procrastination. A deadline makes you take action. It creates urgency. It forces you to ask, what do I need to do today to move closer to my goal? Without that ticking clock, you'll keep saying someday, and someday never comes. Here's the kicker: SMART goals aren't just for fitness. They work for anything. Want to save money? Make it specific. Save $500 in 3 months by cutting out takeout and putting aside $40 a week. Want to build a side hustle? Make it measurable. Spend 10 hours a week on my business and land my first paying client within 90 days. Want to read more? Make it attainable. Read 1 book a month instead of pretending you'll finish 20 by next week. The formula works across the board. It's not magic, it's structure. So here's the bottom line. Setting goals isn't some mystical ritual. It's a simple, straightforward framework. You now know it. The only thing left is to actually, do it. Don't overthink it. Just pick one thing, make it S.M.A.R.T, and get started. Progress beats perfection every single time. You're not going to overhaul your entire life in a week, but you can take one step today, and then another tomorrow. And if you keep stacking steps, you'll look back in 6 months and realize you've actually built something. That's the real power of SMART goals. They cut through the noise, the excuses, and the nonsense, and they give you a map. All you've got to do is follow it. And if you're feeling less lazy, hit that subscribe button. We'll be here with more. Well, more of this.